Now, 3 o'clock, I'd like to call to order today's meeting of the Greater Dayton Regional Transit Authority. All who are able, please stand for pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Ms. Stanforth, could we have the roll call, please?
Yes, sir. Mr. Lopez.
Here.
Ms. White.
Present.
Mr. Dixon.
Here.
Mr. Fuller.
Here.
Ms. Matthews Stinson. Ms. Miller.
Present.
Mr. Mullen.
Here.
Mr. Wexler.
Here.
Mr. Williamson. We have 7 of 9.
All right, thank you. We can declare a quorum so we can conduct regular business. First, the approval of the consent agenda. Greater Dayton RTA by law is required that the Board of Trustees approve of today's meeting agenda. It was mailed to everyone in advance of today's meeting. Are there any changes or amendments to the agenda? Hearing none, I will declare the consent agenda approved as presented. Next, on to the approval of the June 3rd board meeting minutes. Everyone has been provided with the meeting minutes. If anyone has a request for the reading of the minutes, please state so at this time. Don't ever state that you.
Yeah.
Are there any amendments or changes to the meeting minutes? On hearing none, I will declare the meeting minutes from June 3rd board meeting approved as presented. We now move on to our committee reports. In the absence of Ms. Matthews Stinson, we have Ms. White will do our Finance and Personnel Committee.
Thank you. The Finance, Personnel, and Planning Committees held a meeting on July 15th, and as a result, the Finance Personnel Committee is recommending one action item for the board's consideration. Action item number 2, paratransit bus garage construction. The purpose of this procurement is to award a contract to a general contractor that will be responsible for the construction of a new paratransit bus garage in Ewing Bay. The garage will serve the purpose of housing and maintaining our fleet of paratransit vehicles, ensuring that we provide reliable and timely service to our community. Mr. Rosinski presented this action item in our meeting, and the supporting information is included in today's board package. Bob is available to answer any questions the board may have at this time. Hearing none, and based upon the recommendation of the Finance Personnel Committee, I move that the Board of Trustees approve a paratransit bus garage construction contract award to Archon Builders for $14,378,170 plus a 30% contingency of $4,313,451 for a grand total of $18,691,621.
Second. Been properly moved and second that action item number 2 be approved. Any questions on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries.
The May 2025 financial report, as well as a small purchases information, has been included in today's board package. And this concludes Ms. Matthew Stinson's report.
Thank you. Moving right on to Planning Committee, Mr. Wexler.
Thank you. The Finance, Personnel, and Planning Committees met for a jointly held meeting on July 15th, 2025, and the Planning Committee is recommending 2 action items for the board's consideration. Action item number 3, trapeze maintenance renewal. Mr. Prince explained that the purpose is to approve a contract renewal and change order with Trapeze Software Group for continued use and expansion of its intelligence transit software solutions and systems. The RTA has been utilizing Trapeze products for over 20 years. Trapeze software platforms support RTA operations, which includes 19 integrated modules across scheduling and operations, paratransit services, and asset management. Staff is available to answer any questions you may have at this time. Hearing none, and based upon the recommendation of the Planning Committee, I move to recommend a 2-year base contract of $1,090,250 with 2 one-year options totaling $605,221 and $647,984 respectively, along with a change order of $120,000 for the addition of the OPS modules, for a grand total of $2,463,455. Second.
It's been properly moved and seconded that action item number 3 be approved. Are there any questions on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries.
Action item number 4, Microsoft Enterprise Agreement. Mr. Prince explained that the purpose of this action item is to approve a 3-year contract with SHI International Corp. For a Microsoft Enterprise Agreement that provides agency-wide licensing for Microsoft products and services. Microsoft products support critical agency functions such as email, document management, collaboration, identity management, and endpoint protection. This contract includes technical support, upgrade rights, and ensures license compliance. In addition, this will enable IT to maintain system continuity and adapt to evolving tech and cybersecurity needs, and will provide predictable costs and simplified license management. Staff is available to answer any questions you may have at this time. Hearing none, and based upon the recommendation of the Planning Committee, I move to recommend a contract award in the amount of $184,327 annually for a 3-year term with a 10% contingency of $55,298 for a grand total of $608,279.
Second.
It's been properly moved and seconded that action item number 4 be approved. Are there any questions on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries.
At the meeting, Mr. Palachicchio also provided a summary document of recent activities going on in the Customer and Business Development Department. During his update, Mr. Palachicchio also included information on RTA's upcoming service change on Sunday, August 31st. This concludes my update.
Thank you, Mr. Wexler. Moving right along, we will go on to our Chief Executive Officer's report. Mr. Rosinski.
Yep, I just want to give an update on the school student transportation changes that are coming up. Dayton Public did vote to not provide bus passes for their students this year based on the change in state law that was part of the budget. So since that time, we've been working with individual schools who may want to provide passes for their students that are not Dayton Public Schools. And we've been doing outreach to students and parents who may want to ride and buy passes on their own, including holding how to ride classes and producing how to ride video that's going to be our website as of this afternoon, I hope, so that we can do anything we can so that the students who choose to ride us, not going through Dayton Public's administrative process, but to do it on their own, are able to do so. So we should be prepared to do that.
Bob, I have a question. So if the board is prohibited to do that, are you saying schools can individually do it by it?
Charter schools could.
Charter schools, you didn't say,
right,
okay.
Yes, non-Dayton Public.
Okay, all right, I just need that clarification.
Yep. So we do expect some of those students to choose to ride us. So we're monitoring the tap pay accounts and stuff, and we want to make sure they all know how to ride. Dayton Public themselves has been offering how to ride RTA classes at each of their 5 high schools. They may be completed by now, where they bussed in the freshmen and gave them day passes and then taught them how to ride the RTA, so that those that choose to ride on their own, of course, will be able to do so. So it was a little surprise to us that they were doing that, because They just showed up one day on our platform, but we accommodated them and worked with them to help educate the new incoming freshmen. So we will see how this all works out. And that's all I have, sir.
Question on that, Bob. So if individuals choose to make purchase passes, then, and they're not identified, Dayton Public's not doing it then.
Right.
We as an organization are okay with just transporting whoever's.
Absolutely, we're a
Correct.
public agency and we'll transport whoever pays the publicly available fare. And the legislation did not in any way prohibit RTA from providing transportation. It prohibited the schools from using a provider who had a downtown hub. So the law was on them, not on us. So we can still transport students, they just can't provide passes to them.
Thanks, Data. Well, I'll stick it to our children. On to the next line item, any old business?
We have none.
Is there any new business?
No.
All right, and do we have any requests for public comments? I was just dreaming up here, there weren't any. Yeah, so we'll move right on to board comments. We'll start down at this end today.
I had
I have none myself.
The only thing I wanted to mention, and I guess this is more, it was explained to us more for the public's benefit. Most of our contracts typically have a 10% contingency, which is the norm. The contract that was passed on the bus garage today had a larger one, and I'm sure that's because there's larger unknowns in that particular situation.
Right, we have a lot of uncertainties with potential tariff impacts and different things that, were really unknown at the time of bidding. So we want to be able to adjust those as they come up. And as you'll recall, I've said several times that was built on an unstable site, and why we have two high-priced foundation options. Once they take the building down and dig down, who knows what they may actually find. It may require some additional work.
Thank you. That's all.
No. That's a description. Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say something. I just want to say, the situation with Dayton Public is unsettling and disappointing. And I am grateful for anything that the RTA can do to help our parents navigate transportation. What we don't want is to be a sticking point for kids not getting to school. So anything we can continue to do in terms of outreach, I would appreciate it. Because as long as we keep students first, I think that is where we should be.
We're actually starting some discussions too with some other nonprofits and groups that may want to purchase passes on behalf of students.
On their behalf?
Right, because they could do that as well.
That's
It's just that Dayton Public can't buy passes and pass them out to their students. So there are side doors, I'll say, to.
Great.
So I suspect it'll probably take several weeks for things to shake out and people to realize, hey, it's really a big burden to try to drive the kids to school every day, or carpools may or may not work out. Just things are just going to take a little time, but we'll be ready.
Well, I'd just like to say I appreciate all of the outreach and stuff that we have done, and the staff and everyone the RTA has done to work through a situation that, in my personal opinion, is just a flat-out assault on Dayton Public Schools for political reasons. But we have stayed neutral in that, and our job is to transport the public, which, surprise, students are a part of the public. So we're actually doing what our public service is supposed to do. Moving forward, we want to say to all our parents and everyone throughout this region that we do serve. Good luck this year in the school year. Wish all our students, not just in Dayton Public, but all our public and private and charter schools, to have a good school year coming up, as it's going to start next week. But again, appreciate Bob, you and the staff and everybody working with that and staying out of the fray and not letting us become the pawn in a,
Challenging situation.
yeah, it is. It's just,
And we'll continue to look for solutions and be a part of a broader community conversation, you know? I don't think anybody can be the silver bullet to this problem, but, you know, partnerships will probably be developed over the next year.
well, that's my soapbox on that one. It just makes me upset when our children are pawns in political things because they are the innocent ones and that are the ones that are hurt here. Is there a request for executive session?
Unfortunately, sir, I do have a request for an executive session to discuss a potential legal matter. So Chris, if you could craft the motion for me.
Well, motion to enter into executive session to discuss threatened litigation.
Second.
It's been properly moved and second that we do move into executive session to discuss a potential legal matter. There will not be any further business that we take action on upon reconvening out of executive session. So, Ms. Stanford, could we have the roll call, please?
Yes, Mr. Lawson,
Yes.
Ms. White,
Yes.
Mr. Buford,
Yes.
Mr. Fullerton,
Yes.
Ms. Moore,
Yes.
Mr. Mullin,
Yes.
Mr. Weston.
Yes.
Thank you.
And we are now convened into executive session. Thank everybody for coming.